Welcome to today's workout, ladies. I am Rhoda, and this is Fab and Fit over 40 and beyond, because I took a survey and we have women as old as 80s working out with us, which I think is fantastic because that's what we all want, right? We want to be healthy into a late part of our life. Today's workout is a compound strength workout. Let's bring the knees up in front and twist as we warm up and talk about this workout. Compound strength means we will be doing strength work, but we'll be using multiple muscle groups at the same time. Your muscles want oxygen as their primary source of fuel. So what happens is arms forward and back, curl the legs up and back, stretching the front of the leg. When we are doing multiple muscle groups, all of those muscles want oxygen. So we're doing strength work, we're toning and sculpting muscles, which creates a higher metabolism, but at the same time, because all of those muscles reach out here, need oxygen, and to perform, that's what they want, the heart rate goes up. So what happens? We move into a low cardio zone, where we burn a lot of fat during the workout. So by building lean muscle, and we need to do that over 40, we don't want to lose that lean muscle. That is why, tap out and in, over 40, it can be really hard to maintain your weight. You start to slowly gain weight. You're doing nothing different, except you're losing lean muscle mass. So that's why strength work is so important, arms up and down, over 40. If we can maintain that lean muscle requires more calories to exist on your body than fat does. So by converting fat to lean muscle, your metabolism naturally is going to be higher. That's what we aim to do. These compound moves are going to do that for you. Grab some weights. I'm using light to fairly heavy weight. I'm going to start with my 8-pound weights, so medium range for me. And we're going to put them on the shoulder, doing a good morning. So drive the weight to the heels, a little bend in the knees. We're going to come down and up. Once we're up, we're going to do a shoulder press right there. So we're hitting core, abs, some glutes, shoulders, all in this one workout. Ready? One exercise, I should say. Down and up, and press it. Think about drive those weight back to the heels, push that tailbone back, hold your tummy tight, right there, nice and tight. Drive the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. So getting those bum muscles right here, squeeze. Ab muscles, shoulders. Compound. So kind of check in with your body. Is your heart rate going up a little bit? As we move through this circuit, you should notice that. We have a 20-second rest. That's going to give us that high intensity interval effect. Bring the heart rate up, let it come down, bring it back up again. I'm gonna stick with these weights. We're going to come down in that deadlift, good morning type position, and we're going to raise the weight overhead and then out to the side. So come down with me, overhead, bring it back down, squeeze the shoulder blades, come on up. Deadlift down, lift, and open. Bring it up. So we've got lower body deadlift, upper body shoulder, back, a lot going on. Feel the legs start to work here, the larger muscles in those lower body those legs. They are bigger muscles. They need more oxygen. So as we incorporate them, we bring that heart rate up. And let's rest it right there. All right, this next one, we're going to do a back row on one side, and then we're going to twist open. Lift and twist. Rotate. Get some of that core, that inner oblique. The weight comes down, and then we do the other side. We are going to stay down in the deadlift for this entire exercise. If you need to rest the back, stand up and then come back and then join us. So deadlift down, row one side, twist that side. Row the other side, twist that side. Row and twist. I'm using my medium weight here. I could use heavier weight for this row, and we will later on in this workout. But because of this twist, where the weight is far away from my body, gravity is pulling on my arm as the weight goes up, so it makes this weight a little heavier than it seems when it's close to the body. Okay, let's do one more on the other side. and rest it. Good job. All right, I'm going to, now my upper body is warmed up a little bit, bump it up to my 10-pound weights, going into shoulders and upper back and upper chest. So we're going to press, palms face the ears. At the top, you're going to rotate palms towards me, come down in a wide position, press up wide, palms together and down. Here we go. Tight press, open it, down, press it up, make it tight again, and bring it back down. Perfect. It's a lot of work on this upper area and down. Abs are tight here. That's your weight belt. Hold your core tight. It's going to support this move, especially if you're using heavier weight. A couple more. Feel those biceps kick in a little bit. Let's finish up with one more. Finish it with me. Finish, come on. And good, nice job. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead to light weights for this next one. You'll be glad you picked light weights. It's a side raise, but we're going to hold the raise up here. We're going to come down and up, bring it to the front and back. Ready? Right arm down and up, left arm. Squeeze it to the front and back. Right arm, left arm. Feel the chest kick in right here. Squeeze. While we're working these shoulders, we're hitting some chest. And those arms should be burning. If you need to put the weight down, put the weight down. Keep going with the movement. You're using gravity as your resistance. It's pulling on your arms. That might be enough, especially if you're just starting out. One more time. Forward and back. Great job. Okay. Putting the weight down. I'm going to stick with my 10s for this next one. We're going to do a high row. Pull up. From here, you're going to do a reverse curl, working into the biceps. High row, top of the shoulders. Then elbows right at the waist. Palm faces me as this weight comes up. It's a reverse curl. Moving into biceps. A lot of shoulder work already. I'm sure you're saying, yeah, I feel that. Me too. This is heavy. I'm going to push through though. I know I can do a couple more. That's what you want. You want to get to the end where you're thinking, I don't know how many more I can do. That is a good thing. Let's do the curl on the other side and rest. Good job. Roll out your shoulders. We're going to have our palms facing us. We're going to rotate out, palms face me, rotate back down. Arnold press. Shoulders, upper chest, upper back. You'll feel the front and the back of your shoulders work here. You get your anterior delts on the front, your rear delts. Those upper shoulder muscles, they're the larger muscles. The muscle on the top comes up and over your shoulder is smaller. It's jumping in here as well. Wrapping up these shoulders. One more, come on. Woo, that's about all I had. That's what we want. If you are finding you're getting to the end of these 40-second intervals and you could keep going for another 20-30 seconds, that's a good indication that it might be time to get some heavier dumbbells. Now, palms towards me. We're going to hinge down back to that deadlift. You're going to pull to the waist. Then you're going to stand up and we'll do a bicep curl. So hinging down, pull to the waist, stand it up, and curl. Take it down. Moving into the back right there. Feel the back. Come up. Biceps. Abs tight. Working them. Working your hamstrings. Working your core. While we work that back, which is part of your core. And the bicep. You have a 45-second rest coming, so work hard. We got 10 more seconds, and we get to take a nice long rest. Let's do one more. we've got that rest. We'll cut into it for a second or two right here. Good work, nice job. All right, circuit 1 is done. So I'm gonna put the weight down. And this next exercise, if you have heavy weight, you have 15 or 20, you've been exercising a while, you could grab it for this. We're gonna do a back row, one side, bring it down, then you're gonna toss it over to the other hand. So it's pull, toss, just like that. Watch your toes, don't drop your weight. Keep your toes wide. If you drop that weight, at least it'll go between your feet. But yeah, you should be fine. Just keep the weight kind of in the middle, pull it down, toss it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Nice and controlled, especially if you're using that heavy weight. Knees are bent, weight is in your heels, driving through the heels. It keeps the weight out of your knees. Abs are tight and back is flat. A lot to think about, I know. We want to stay in a nice position here, lower body though, to support this move. Plus, we're holding isometrically on those lower body muscles, which is working them. And rest. Good work. Okay. We're going to do a tricep extension chop. So I'm going to stick with my heavier weight. I'm using one weight. So feet are close together. Elbows are forward. Extend the weight up. Chop it to one side. Come up. We'll do another extension and then chop to the other side. Ready? Here we go. Extend it up. Chop to your right. Bring it all the way up. Tricep extension. Chop left. Good. I like this one. I like this combination. Getting the back of the arm, starting to activate that muscle. Continuing with core, obliques to your waistline. As we twist here, we're hitting that inner oblique, which kind of holds it all together. So how are you feeling this new year? Feeling like you're taking care of you? I hope so. I was thinking about that earlier. Holidays, you know, we have our families, it's wonderful. Taking care of everybody, it's great, but it involves a lot of food and everything else, and it's nice to kind of just get back to normal in the new year. All right, we've got a bow and arrow. Grab lightweight. We're gonna hold it up as if it's a bow. We pull it back, push it in. Here we go. Pull, push. The other weight is being held out isometrically. Working that arm that's staying still, and that shoulder. Working back bicep, core here. So we step back and twist, hold those abs tight. Harder than it looks, right? You would lightweight. You know, 10 more seconds to go. We can do it. Come on, ladies. We can do it. You're like Robin Hood here. And rest that arm that's out. That's the one that gets to work next time, and that's almost easier, isn't it? Whew. All right, we'll go to the other side. And so that's what I was thinking about. Back to my little conversation. I love having my family home, and I love having the kids here with their significant others, but there's constant cooking, right? There's constant food. It's kind of nice to just get back to settling into a routine that is healthy, where we can take a little time for ourselves, right? Because it's such a busy time, the holidays. Finding time for ourselves is difficult. It's difficult under normal circumstances, right? It's really difficult when you've got a house full of people or a calendar full of holiday events. I ain't breathing hard on this one. Whew. All right, good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use that chair. Grab your chair, we're gonna use it like a bench to start. Let me grab my 10 on one side. Warm up that tricep, I'm gonna keep working it. I'm gonna do a back row. Lift straight back, it's gonna activate that tricep. Really? Ready? Really, I said? Yeah, really. We're gonna activate that tricep right here. Lifting, feel it? Keep your shoulders square to the mat. So in other words, you're not doing this. You're not using your body to get momentum here. Pull and lift. And rest. Good work. Okay, let's go to the other side. Whew. I like these 20-second rests. We're doing this compound work. You ready? Here we go. Row it and lift it. Feel it? I am mirrored of you, so I'm doing my right hand right now. I'm left-handed, so this side is harder for me. Might be harder for you if you're using your left hand, because most people are right-handed, of course. Good. And rest. All right, I'm going to stick with the chair, and I'm going to grab one of my light weights. We're going to set up in a plank on the chair, and then this arm is going to make an I, make a Y, make a T. So set up on your plank, I, up at an angle, Y, out to the side, T. Beginners, bring your feet underneath you. Focus on this upper body work. If you can get down into this plank with your hips square to the mat, and without this going on, without your butt up in the air, then add the plank. Otherwise, you're right here. Finish with me. Rest. Ooh, toughy. Okay. It's at the end of a circuit. We're going to rest. 45-second rest. All right. And hit that other side. Hold those abs tight if you're in plank. And really, body should be nice and straight. None of the hips up unless you're got your feet firmly underneath of you. Here we go. So you got your I, your V, and your T. Arm is shaking. Oh my goodness, good thing there's only a second left here. Whew! I am glad to have this rest. Hope you are too. That means you're working nice and hard. All right, we are done with the chair. We're headed down to the mat, or if you need to stay in your chair seated, I'm going to put a modification of this final circuit up here. So you watch that, follow along. It's modified exercises based on what we're doing on the floor, hitting the same muscle groups, just approaching it a little differently so you don't have to get up and down. The rest of us, let's bring it down. Push up, tap, tap. You're in the chair, you're going to do this against your chair. You're going to come down and up. If you can be on your toes, go ahead and do that. I'm going to stay on my knees. If you've been around a while, you know I had my left shoulder completely rebuilt years ago. Gosh, it's over 20 years ago now. But I have to be careful of it. And that kind of is something to think about. If you have to modify exercises because of some limitation you have, don't worry about that. Do your modifications. Keep your body moving. That's the main thing. Every day, move a little bit. You don't have to spend hours in a gym. You don't take a walk or do a 30-minute video. Make sure you are getting that strength. work because it is important, like I said earlier, to maintain that lean muscle. Okay, coming up in a bridge, I'm going to hold this weight up and bring one arm down, press it up, another side. So it's a chest press, but we're holding that isometric weight at the top. You're in the chair, you're doing the same movement with a bit of an angle, so you're leaning back in the chair, hips are forward in the chair, so you get the angle, so you bring this into your chest. And rest. Nice job. 20 seconds. And we're moving into a fly skull crusher. So I think I'll stick with my 10s. I think I can do this. All right. So a fly. Palms are facing each other. Elbows are slightly bent. Out to the side. Bring it up. Do not touch the weight. And then the weight comes either side of the head and back up. So we're hitting chest, pectorals across the pecs. And then we're back into those triceps. Feel it? Whew. Maybe I should have gone down to my 8s. Let's see how I do here. See if I can do this. If you are going, wow, this is heavy, try to push through. If you truly get to the point where your muscles have failed, know that that is a good thing. That means they will have to change. They go, wow, you just really tore me up. I better heal a little stronger, a little tighter, which means they're smaller, not bigger. Yeah, heal tighter. And that lean muscle, you know, that's going to burn more calories while you sleep. It increases metabolism. All right, I think I'll stick with these. Palms are facing each other, weight is touching. We're going to press both weights up, squeezing the chest, then pulling it overhead and back up. So we're getting upper back, ready, press, chest and upper back. This is how you would do a lat pull down from right here, this position, pull it down without a machine. Feel the triceps, we've been working them, and they are a supporting muscle here. They're probably burning. I know mine are. Stick with it, come on. There it is. All right. I'm going to put the weight down. I'm going to grab one of my light weights. I'm not going to use it for this exercise, but I want to have it available to me. I'm going to start with a tricep push-up. So you're on your side, top hand, put it down, other hand, wrap it around, come on down. Ready? Push. Single arm tricep push-up. If you're modifying, you're doing a single arm overhead extension seated in your chair. Hitting the exact same muscle, just approaching it a little differently, modifying the moves so that everyone can do these workouts. Feel that? First time I see this all the time when I do this exercise. The first time I saw this exercise, I said, you've got to be kidding me, and I only did 3 or 4. So if that's you right now, good for you. Next time you'll do 5. The time after that, maybe you'll do 7. That's how this works. You know, we have to practice things. Practice makes you better. And the more you do your strength training, the easier it's going to get. And before you know it, you're going to need heavier weights. And that is really fun to kind of see that develop and see that happen. All right, coming up in a side plank, abs are tight. I'm going to hold this here, tricep kick to the side. Ready? Lift. Bring it down. Abs are tight. We're getting that core while we're getting these upper body muscles targeted while we do compound. So we get that cardio, getting the upper body hard, getting some core. So we have a lot happening. When you do targeted workouts like this is focused upper body, your muscles are getting an awful lot of reps in these 30 minutes. And rest, thank goodness. All right, swinging it on to the other side. So we've got the same thing on the other side, and then we stretch. Top hand, plant it, underhand. Other hand comes under. Pushing up with that hand. All the way, fully pushing yourself up, making that muscle contract. Or if you're doing the overhead single press, hang on nice and tight to that upper arm. Feel that muscle work. You will feel it. I love and hate these at the same time. I love that this helps our arms look really nice and helps with that jiggle, right? But they're hard. Let's do another one. And good, I'm glad that's it. All right, that's side plank. Now, I should have said earlier, if you are on your, you need to modify the side plank, you can top down to your knees here if you're on the floor. If you're seated, you're gonna stand for this one actually, and just do your extension to the side. We're going in 3. Abs are tight, keep breathing. Here we go, lift. Feel it? Keep smiling, we're done. This is it. And you can probably hear Jake, he's upstairs, now he's barking. Single digits on the clock, come on. And rest, you did it. Nice work. Okay. If you are doing the standard seated version, click right here. That's going to bring you to a standing and seated stretch. The rest of us will be stretching on the mat. So let's bring it on down. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, just roll back. Once you hit your mat, reach high over your head. Let the mat come off the back come off the mat naturally. Really stretch, almost as if you've got some traction going on here. Pulling on the hands, pulling on the feet. And we'll bring those knees to your chest. We're going to rock back and forth. Those deadlift positions, those good mornings. See if there's any lower back tension. Find it, and you can just sort of roll on it a little bit, using your body weight as a roller. It's a great way to really relax the lower back. And then 1 foot down. Bring a leg up. We're going to stretch the back of the upper leg into the glute. So it's an upper body focused compound workout, but we did incorporate the lower body, especially this posterior chain it's called. So these hamstrings might be a little or a lot tight. I know my other side will be a lot tight. Go ahead and bring that knee into your chest. You can lay the other leg down. Opposite arm comes across. We're going to guide this over, rotating through the core, reaching out with your other arm. Try and relax here, let gravity work. You may not be able to touch the floor with your arm right now, but if you let gravity just kind of pull as you relax your body, slowly you might find the floor. Coming across the bicep here into your chest, you should feel that. Getting those obliques in the waistline and stretching out that glute. Love this stretch. And once again, straighten your arms up over your head. See what a difference each side feels like. You might feel the side that you just worked stretching on is much looser. And now we'll take the other knee into your chest and then extend it up. This is my very tight hamstring here. Stretch out the back of the leg. Try and relax the muscles, especially when it's tight and it's pulling. It's a tendency to want to fight that. If you can relax it, you're going to get a deeper stretch, a more restorative stretch. And you can bring that knee in, lay the leg down, and we bring this side across. Go ahead and reach away, stretching out that chest, front of the shoulder, bicep. And we'll do our full body extension one more time. Square up your hips, make sure you're nice and aligned, your spine is straight, you're not twisted at all here. And then we will rotate. You should always roll right. That puts your heart on the top, especially if your heart rate's still up. We're going to come up hands and knees. And let's round the back, rounding across the shoulder blades here. Also coming all the way from the tailbone up to the top of your head. Really opening up all of those back muscles. Breathe. Let's go ahead and flatten. We're going to put our knees out. Rocking back, keep those hands as high up over your head as is comfortable. Drop your forehead down to the mat and then climb those arms higher if you can. You're going to feel the stretch start in the triceps and also coming down your back. From here, from prayer hands, put them behind your neck. Bring the elbows right into either side of the head. And then find where you can bring your body weight down. So you're going to stretch the back of the arms, those triceps. This is a nice, intense tricep stretch. You have to find where that stretch happens, though. And you do that by kind of moving your arms around. Find where you can bring the body weight down, and it's all happening in the back of the arm. And bring the hands back overhead. Come on up. Go ahead and have a seat. Big smile. Nice work. Let's bring an ear to the shoulder. Stretching out the neck. When we do all that upper body, especially overhead work, the neck can get a little tight. Bring your chin towards your chest. You're going to deepen that stretch. Find where it feels right for you. And come back ear to shoulder. Bring the head up. Take a breath. And then exhale, bring the ear to the other shoulder. Drop the chin. Find where you can deepen that stretch. Come back to your starting ear to shoulder. Bring the head up. Big smile. Thank you for joining me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe and join us for these workouts. They're coming out almost daily. I love having you here. Leave me comments, give it a thumbs up if you like the video and you'd like to do it again. That's going to just put it in your liked videos. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.